What's up, YouTube? I hope each and every one of you guys are healthy and enjoying life to the fullest today. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the 2024 BMW X3 M40i. Huge thank you to Julius Green over at BMW of Sterling, Virginia for allowing me to do this video for you guys today. If you are interested in this particular X3 M40i or any BMW product, I'll be sure to have Julius's information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. All right, well, like usual, first we're going to talk about the exterior and the performance. So like I said, this is a 2024 BMW X3 M40i, and this particular one has been painted in the $650 dark graphite metallic paint, which is definitely one of the nicer grays that I've seen painted on a vehicle. However, everybody does gray, so I want to be just a little bit different. But anyways, starting over here at our headlights, as standard with the X3 M40i, you get LED headlights with cornering and automatic high beams, as well as LED daytime running lights and LED turn signals. This vehicle has also been optioned with the $400 shadow line package, which gives you the M shadow line lights. Essentially what the M shadow line lights are basically a headlight with a black headlight bezel. Anyways, taking a step back and to the left, let's take in the front end of this vehicle. I love the way that this thing looks. You get specific M40i front and rear bumpers. They're a little bit more angular. You get a little bit more aggressive body lines. You get some gloss black. It looks really, really good. Now, it is not as aggressive as what you get obviously on the X3M or the X3M competition, but obviously those cost a lot more money than this does. So if you're looking for a quick SUV with understated looks, but still handles and drives and is, again, very, very quick, you definitely want to take one of these things for a spin. But anyways, starting up here at the center of our hood, you get your BMW logo. Coming down just a little bit, again, this has been optioned with the M shadow line package, so you do get a gloss black grille surround, where normally this is like a chrome-ish kind of thing. So this piece right here is a part of the M shadow line package. As standard, you do get these grille bars here in gloss black, and then you get your M badging on the driver's side part of your kidney grille. And then coming down just a little bit, you also get a gloss black as well as gloss black outer grille. So you get a gloss black lower grille, excuse me, as well as gloss black outer grille. So all of this area that I'm circling is all gloss black. And then this area over here, also gloss black. Here's a closer look at that. They're kind of like venting, so they basically direct air around the vehicle for better aerodynamics, which hopefully leads into better fuel economy. And then you get a nice bit of air going down into that radiator down in there. Same thing for over here, you know, just to help cool down the vehicle. That might be a heat exchanger. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that it does help cool down the vehicle. And you can see right here, it doesn't go anywhere, but right there, it does. And then working my way back up to the grille because I'm unorganized like that. This vehicle has been optioned with the $700 parking assistance package, which gives you that forward-facing camera as well as these 6 forward-facing sensors. Now, that forward-facing camera works with your 360-degree view camera system, so that also means you get 2 cameras mounted under your side view mirrors as well, one on each side. Again, all working together for your 360-degree view camera system. That makes it a little bit easier to park this thing in tight parking spaces and stuff like that. And then one more thing I wanted to mention is that you also get 8 inches of ground clearance with this vehicle. So let's say you live in the Northeast, you live in a colder climate, and you're looking at an SUV like this, but you're like, hey, you know, is it going to be good in snow? And the X-Drive all-wheel drive system is very good in snow and stuff like that. However, really all that stuff comes down to is your tires, and these tires are definitely not it for snow, but these tires are definitely performance oriented. Anyways, working my way down the side, you get body color wheel arch moldings as well as an adaptive M suspension as standard with the M40i. And then this vehicle has been optioned with the $1,550 21-inch M double spoke wheels, and they are wrapped in 245/40 in the front and 275/35 in the rear Bridgestone Alenza 001 tires. I'll give you a view of the tread pattern on those tires there real quick. And then just peeking behind your wheels, you have your blue M Sport calipers. That's what they look like right there. These brakes are more aggressive than the trim level below this. Obviously, you want to pull this quick vehicle to a stop. You can see your M badging also on those wheels. BMW center cap, that's what the wheels look like. These look very similar to the wheels on a buddy's X3M Competition. He's got a 2020, and these wheels kind of remind me of his wheels. So these are definitely a very nice looking wheel. And then coming over to here, you have this faux fender vent, and then this part of it is gloss black, and then the back part is satin black. You get rain sensing wipers with this vehicle as standard. And then one thing I like about the M40i is that you get these mirrors. So you can see you get the M specific mirrors. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. You know, if I owned an M Competition X3, I'd be like, well, why do they get the same mirrors as me when I paid a lot more money? I know it's a small thing, but me being a buyer of a X3 M40, I'd be like, hell yeah, I get these mirrors. Anyways, I'm trying to, you know, give you the point of view from an M buyer as well as an M340 buyer, or excuse me, an X3 M40. I keep getting those two sedan and SUVs mixed up. Anyways, as standard with this vehicle, you get gloss black mirror caps with integrated turn signals, and also as standard, these side view mirrors are heated, power folding. The driver's side mirror is auto dimming, and you also get your blind spot monitoring on the left hand side of your driver's side mirror and on the right hand side of your passenger side mirror. Like I mentioned a bit ago in this video, this vehicle has been optioned with the parking assistance package, which gives you these side view cameras on your side view mirrors, again all working together with your 360-degree view camera system. Now taking a step back, here's a little side profile shot of this thing. I love the way that this thing looks, and I honestly feel like this X3 is about the same size as like the X5s from the mid to late 2000s. And I don't know, it just kind of reminds me of that. And I just got out of doing a video with an X5 M60i. That thing felt awesome, but I almost prefer, and this may sound crazy, the sound of the inline six to the 4.4 liter turbo V8. I don't know, I got to get on this one a little bit more. The V8 is definitely more powerful, but this thing sounds great. And also, I've driven my family friend's X3M Competition, and that thing is a freaking rocket ship. It is insanely fast. This is not quite as fast as that, but it might be limiting power because it is not fully broken in yet. Starting at the top, you get these gloss black roof rails as well as gloss black window trim. You also get body color door handles with keyless access and illumination. So right here, you get a light on the back door handles. You get a light back there as well. And then all the way at the bottom of all of your passenger doors, you get the aggressive door cladding. I'm gonna give you a view of what that looks like here. Whereas on the X5, this like aggressive looking door cladding was actually on your rocker. So when you open up your door, you'll notice that actually opens up with the door, whereas on the X5, again, it was a part of the rocker, and it actually made it on the X5M M60, excuse me, it made it a little bit difficult to step in and out. It was like you had to take a wide step in, or excuse me, a wide step out in order to not touch the aggressive rocker. So I kind of like the way how it is on here, because it makes it very easy to step in and out without having to step, you know, an extra couple inches out without having to touch that on the M60i. Anyways, that's not the premise of this video. That's a vehicle that's $25,000 more expensive than this one. Anyway, up top here, you have your body color shark fin antenna as well as your body color roof spoiler with your integrated third brake light here. You can see body color, and then this piece is all gloss black. You get a rear window defroster. You have your rear wiper back here as well. You also get LED taillights back here with a black taillight bezel. So I'll give you a closer look at that black taillight bezel here. I actually do like the way that these updated taillights look. I think that was like 2023. And then at the center, BMW logo. Beneath your BMW logo, you have your backup camera. To the left of your backup camera, you have your pad to open up your power liftgate. But before I get into that, you have your chrome badging with your X3 badging on the left and your chrome badging for your M40i badging on the lower right hand side. I do wish that these were black badges, but anyways, they're not. What can I do about that besides wrap them after the fact? Opening up your power liftgate. At the top of your trunk area, you have this cargo cover here. Here are your floor mats. They're just basic carpeted floor mats. This is your front plate, which they did not drill in. Good job, BMW of Sterling. I hate when dealers drill in stuff. And then underneath here, a little bit of storage space. And then your battery is actually just like right here. So you can see the battery is right over there. And then over there, got a little storage cubby and a storage net, an LED light here, an LED light there as well. Grocery bag holder in that spot there. And then I would say you could probably fit, you know, probably 6 to 8 carry-on suitcases back here. There's a very respectable amount of storage space here in this trunk. You also get a light up top there as well. That's going to lock the vehicle. That's going to close the power lift gate. All I want to do right now is close the power lift gate. So that's the speed in which the power lift gate closes. And then coming down just a little bit, you get these black trim pieces on the outsides of your bumper here at the rear. One thing, again, just like the front, you get an M40i specific rear bumper. I love all the angles. It looks very, very aggressive. Here's a 3/4 shot of this vehicle here. Now I want to give you a view of the bumper back here as well. I love the way the M40 specific bumper looks. Gives it a very sporty look, and again, just like the front, you get the very aggressive body lines here on the bumper, and it makes a huge difference, believe it or not, especially here in person. But anyways, coming down just a little bit, you get 2 reflectors on both sides, one there, or I guess 1 on each side, 2 total. And then you get a gloss black rear valance, a dual exhaust. This is an active exhaust system, so when you put it into sport mode, it gets louder. You put it into comfort mode, it quiets down. And then also this vehicle, again, has been optioned with the M Shadowline package. So with the M Shadowline package, you get these black chrome exhaust tips. That's what they look like. Otherwise, I believe they'd be like a bright chromish, satin chromish thing. They definitely look a lot better with the black chrome. It really sets off the rear end nicely. And then coming over to here, this is your fuel door. I wonder how much Shell paid BMW to put the Shell quality fuel sticker right there. Not sure on that one, but anyways, 91 octane minimum for this vehicle. That is what that looks like there. Here's another rear 3/4 shot. Definitely like the way this little SUV looks. But anyways, that kind of about does it for the exterior part of the X3 M40i. Let me know what you think of the styling of this vehicle. I don't really see how you would not like it. But anyways, there are a couple people, everybody's got their own taste and their own opinion. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. With all that stuff out of the way, let's move into performance. Popping open that hood reveals that 3-liter turbo inline 6-cylinder that works with a 48-volt mild hybrid system. Total output is 382 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission for a 0 to 60 time in 4.4 seconds. And if you were wondering about fuel economy, you can achieve 21 miles per gallon in the city, 26 miles per gallon on the highway for 23 miles per gallon combined with all-wheel drive. I love the chassis bracing that you get on the M40i, both here and over here as well. I also really like the way that the engine is mounted here. It looks very, very aggressive. I also like what it looks like underneath the hood. Very, very nice. And I'm not normally a fan of just seeing like a plastic piece when you pop open the hood, but BMW did a great job at making this thing look pretty sick underneath here. But I really, really enjoy my time behind the wheel of this thing. You know, it's not the fastest thing on the road. However, it makes all the right noises, and it's, you know, fast enough for a daily driver where you're going to have fun. And it's also, you know, it's expensive, yes, but considering, you know, what you get, it's not insanely expensive. Like the X3 M40i I just did a video with was just under 100K. I think it was 95, almost $96,000. But if you're enjoying the video so far today, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm on my journey to 100,000 subscribers, and I cannot get there without your support. I also can't make videos like this without your support as well. So if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section down below. The likes and comments look really good for my channel in the YouTube algorithm, and then YouTube will promote my videos more. Anyways, with that stuff out of the way, let's move into the interior. Moving on into the interior, you do get keyless access, so all you have to do is have your key fob in your pocket, walk up to the vehicle, put your hand behind the door handle, and the vehicle will unlock. You can also lock the vehicle by running your finger across those 3 hash marks right there, and now the vehicle is locked. 2 beeps is unlocked, 1 beep is locked. And I did want to walk you through what the key fob looked like. So you get your M Sport colors right there. This is the back side of the key fob, and then this is the usable side of the key fob at the top. Unlock function, BMW logo is your lock function. Then you have your power liftgate function and your panic function at the bottom. But now let's take a look at our driver's side door panel, shall we? This is what the door panel looks like here on the driver's side. You get some vinyl wrapping at the top. You get some wood grain trim. This is your ambient lighting strip. You get a satin chrome door handle, some satin chrome trim, your unlock and your lock functions, 2 memory seat adjustment settings, a nice little X right there. This vehicle's been optioned with the $875 Harman Kardon premium sound system. So that is what your speaker surround looks like on the driver's side door panel. And then pretty much all of this area is leather wrapped. You get a nicely padded armrest. That's gonna pop open your trunk. You get a speaker right there. Here are your side view mirror controls. Pressing on that button is going to power fold in or out your side view mirrors. You also get automatic up and down windows at all 4 corners, and then that button is going to restrict your passenger window privileges. Good amount of miscellaneous storage space here in a spot you could set, you know, some more miscellaneous items. You get an M brushed aluminum door sill right there. You get a power front driver's seat as well as a power front passenger seat. Both get this thigh extension right here, and then you also get 4-way power lumbar, as you can see there. These seats obviously are not as nice as the seats in the X5 M40i I just did a video with that had quilted leather and all that kind of stuff, but for the price point, very, very nice looking seats, very comfortable, and they also have a great amount of bolstering as well, but not too much where it makes it uncomfortable, which is nice. And then my favorite thing about this vehicle is the gauge cluster. They still remain with the X3 having this piece up top here and giving it an actual gauge cluster rather than that big display that they're putting in all their vehicles now, that in my opinion I don't think looks as good. Let me know what your opinion is. Do you guys like the big screens that they're now putting in all BMW products, or do you prefer something like this that actually looks like a gauge cluster and then the infotainment screen is doing its own thing? That is what I like personally, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. But again, this is the kind of thing that I like. I don't like the big screens, but anyways, that's kind of another rant that I could spend a lot of time on. Twisting this all the way to the left, headlights off, parking lights on, headlights in the automatic position, and then all the way to the right is headlights in the always on position. This scroll knob is to brighten and or dim your gauge cluster, and then also your backlit buttons. And then this is basically to turn individual parking lights on, whether you want it to be on the driver's side or you want it to be on the passenger side. And then down here, get some storage space. You could set, you know, sunglasses, maybe your key fob down in there, maybe hand sanitizer, or, you know, stuff like that. Closing that back up, flipping this down, that gives you full access into your manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel. So you can bring the steering wheel towards you, you can push it away from you, and then you can also move it up and down until you find your comfortable position. Push it back up to lock it into position. But now we might as well fire this thing up. You'll hear the aggressive startup, so take a listen. See how it goes? I love that. Sounds great. And now I'm gonna close this door panel. Take a listen. That is a very solid thud when you close the door. Now let's take a listen to our turn signal. That is what the turn signal sounds like on this vehicle. But you can see a couple controls over here. Basically, if you click that BC button, that's going to change what you see on your digital gauge cluster. You see right now it's switching what you see over there. Now it's like this thing, instant fuel economy, and then it's your odometer and some data. Then basically, look, it shows how much horsepower and torque, and then it marks the spot at the highest point. Clicking that, that's your G meter, and then that's your media stuff. And then the button underneath that button is to turn your automatic high beams on or off. Zooming back out, this is what your steering wheel looks like. It is a leather wrapped steering wheel. It is also heated. The heated steering wheel comes a part of the $1,350 premium package. So basically your heated steering wheel button is right there. And then you also get the M Sport wheel. So you get the M at the bottom, you get the M Sport colors on the inside of the steering wheel with that stitching. I love that. Very nice touch. And then just like any other vehicle, you have your horn at the center. So let's take a listen to this one. Very muffled because of all the insulation in this vehicle. So very, very nice. I love the way that this steering wheel looks. It looks very premium. I love the way it feels in my hands. Downshift paddle on the left, upshift paddle on the right. The 9-3 grip feels great. BMWs truly are the ultimate driving machine. Get your cruise control stuff on this side. This is basically your limiter. So it's basically like gonna let you not get a speeding ticket essentially. So you can limit it up to like 80 miles an hour, and then it's not gonna let you go over 80 miles an hour, which is nice because these are pretty easy to speed in. Rain sensing wipers, so that's your wiper control for your front wipers and your rear wiper. And then on this side, these are your volume controls. This is to go back on a track. That's to go forward on a track. That's for your phone stuff. So if you click that, that's gonna pop up your phone stuff on your head-up display system. And then this button right here is gonna bring you in between your different head-up display controls. So you get your media and your radio stuff. You could scroll throughout that, go into Apple CarPlay. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to go into Apple CarPlay right there. And then, yeah. That's what that does, head-up display button. That's to speak to the vehicle. And that kind of about does it for the steering wheel controls. Now let's move into our gauge cluster. So this is a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. I love the way that it looks. Right now we are in comfort mode, so it's displaying the navigation at the center. That always displays where it says M40i. Speedometer over there, digital speedometer readout there. That's your speed limit sign. That's the time. That is your fuel range. That is your fuel gauge. That is your coolant temperature gauge. That's the ambient exterior temperature. Transmission status stuff. That lets us know what drive mode we are in. And then right now that's displaying our audio information. Again, if you wanted to control what you see basically inside of those gauges there, you click this BC button here, and then it's gonna change what you see, basically bringing you out between your different things here. And then this is basically for your 48-volt mild hybrid system. And then see where it says 0 to 100? That's basically how much power you are using. So let's say I floored it, it's gonna go all the way up to 100. I give it 50% throttle, it'll go to 50%, so on and so forth. But again, if I put this thing into sport mode, it's gonna change the gauge cluster, and now I have my tachometer over here. So pretty nice. Oh, and that also lets you know where we are at the moment as well. And then also a part of that $1,350 premium package, you get a head-up display, and your head-up display is located up top here. Right now it's displaying the digital speedometer readout as well as the speed limit sign. Coming over to here, this is your 12.3-inch infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto connectivity. You get your shortcut buttons on the left-hand side of the screen. If I click that button right up top there, that's gonna bring me into my Apple CarPlay. Click that BMW thing, and it brings me back into this. Anyways, you get your media stuff here. Then you get your home button up top there. Then you get your communication stuff, navigation stuff, bring you into your car stuff, so you can go into your driving information stuff, your vehicle status stuff. You can also pop up your settings, so on and so forth. You can go in between your driver assistance settings, all these different things. This is basically your home screen. You got your radio stuff, you have your navigation, communication, all of these things. And then over here as well, up top there, it's got your time, got what we're listening to at the moment. Coming down, this is your hazard button. Actually, maybe I can go into my apps and stuff. So your apps are your Apple CarPlay and your Android Auto stuff. Back out of that. Down back to here, you get 2 HVAC vents. That's your hazard button. Clicking on this is like your driver assistance stuff. So you get your intelligent safety stuff. So that's, everything is on. You have your individual mode. You can turn everything off. But individual is, you know, what you can do. And then you can also configure your individual preferences and stuff like that for your safety stuff. Coming down, this is what your climate control stack looks like. It displays the temperature there. Then you have these climate controls throughout here. This is your fan speed. And then with the premium package, you get heated front seats. You do get 3 levels of adjustability with those heated front seats. So you get your heated seat button there, heated seat button over here for your passenger. Coming down just a little bit, I actually think this is peak BMW, because you still get the gauge cluster here that looks better than the big screen. Then you still have your individual infotainment screen, and then you still get these physical climate control buttons. BMW, please do not switch this into a screen. I'm begging you. I think I, as well as many other people, prefer the physical buttons rather than having to go throughout a screen to mess with the climate control stuff. I still think this thing looks great. And then you have all your preset radio stations down here. This is to go forward on a track and backwards on a track. Then you can switch between your different modes here. You can also switch between your different bands, which is kind of like the same thing. And then you have your volume control knob. And then coming down, get an M badge there. This vehicle has been optioned with the $500 wireless charging pad. So that is your wireless charging pad down in there. You also get a USB-A port there as well, and you can set your key fob down in there. 2 cup holders, get a 12-volt power outlet. Coming back just a little bit, if I click on this button, that's going to pop up my 360-degree view camera system. One second, it's not popping up the camera right now for some reason. Anyways, that's your, like, your camera button. I'm gonna throw it into reverse. Now it's gonna pop up my 360 cam. That's my my backup camera. 360-degree view camera system comes a part of the $700 parking assistance package. That also includes the front and rear sensors and the parking assistant. The parking assistant is basically a system in which the vehicle will park you in a parallel or a perpendicular parking spot, and literally you don't have to really do anything. So it basically parks itself for you. Again, that comes a part of the $700 parking assistance package. Coming down a little bit, this is your gear shift selector. If you wanted to go into reverse, push the button on the side, push forward, that puts you into reverse. Pull all the way back, that puts you into drive. If you wanted to go into manual mode or sport mode, you flip that over to the left, and now we are in sport mode, or you can go into manual mode. And then push P to go into park. That's to turn your traction control system on or off. This is for your camera stuff. This is your parking sensors on or off. Push button, start button. You have your different drive modes here: comfort, sport, and eco. Then that's your hill descent control button. This is your auto hold button. If you're tired of holding your foot down on your brake in traffic, if you press on this button here, the vehicle will hold you in place by itself with its braking system. And then this is your electronic parking brake. And then all of these controls basically are shortcuts into your media. So basically if I brought media, it would pop up my media stuff. I've got my home button. Then I got my navigation button, my communication button, and so on and so forth. Then that's your back button, and then this is to basically scroll throughout the screen. So if I just click that, basically you can see it's now scrolling throughout the screen. If I wanted to jump to this screen, all I have to do, push that over to the right, and now I'm controlling this screen. So it's a very easy system to use, and I actually really like this system. It's kind of intimidating when you very first step into it, but once you learn how to use it, you can pick up on it pretty quickly, and then it's very intuitive. You get a nicely padded armrest here. Opening up this armrest, you get a USB-C port as well as a light and a little bit of storage space down in there. I'd say you probably get 8 to 10 inches of depth for stuff. Then you get a lockable lower glove box over here, good amount of storage space, but you know, you can fit other things other than your owner's manual and stuff, but just be mindful of the space in there. Then you get some wood grain trim up top here. Door panel on that side looks very similar to the door panel on the driver's side. Thigh extension for that seat, power adjustable driver seat there, or passenger seat. Then you get your auto dimming rear view mirror with your universal garage door opener on the bottom of it. If you own a house with 3 different garage bays, you can open up those 3 different garage bays individually with these 3 different buttons. Driver gets a light, passenger gets a light, boom, boom. And then if you wanted to turn on all the interior dome lights, you press that button right there, and then all the dome lights are on. That lets you know if your passenger airbag is on or off. You get a panoramic sunroof as standard with this vehicle. So to open it up, you pull back, and then it opens up all the way. Let's show you how far it opens up. Goes to about right there. And then also, if the shade was all the way closed, you'd just basically do the same exact thing, and then the shade would open and or close. I just pushed forward on that, and then that's coming back. If I wanted to tilt the sunroof, I just push up, and then the sunroof tilts. Then you got your SOS button here. I'll close that back up. SOS button, opening this up, vanity mirror, vanity light, a spot you could set some registration or any paper product. And then this slides forwards and backwards, which is very nice. OPU panel here, an OPU panel over there as well, and that kind of about does it for the front of this vehicle. Now, to go over a couple things, this has the $875 Harman Kardon sound system, as well as the $1,350 premium package, which gives you heated front seats, a heated steering wheel, and the head-up display system. This also has the $700 parking assistance package, which gives you the 360 camera, the front and the rear sensors, and the parking assistant. This also has the $500 wireless charging pad. And then a couple things you get as standard: you get the panoramic roof, you get a Wi-Fi hotspot, the power liftgate, and the universal garage door opener, as well as a few other things that I'm not mentioning. Now I'm going to throw the entire window sticker on screen. You can take a look at everything that you get as standard, all the optional stuff this vehicle has, but basically I am just going to highlight the MSRP. So the MSRP of the way that this particular 2024 X3 M40 is spec'd is $69,220. I think that's a pretty good deal, especially this vehicle is very nice on the interior. It looks very nice from the exterior point of view, and then it's also pretty darn quick as well, and it handles very well. So it's like the ultimate package. Now let's see what we got going on in the rear seats. So taking a look at our door panel back here, looks very similar to what you would find in the front. You get your ambient lighting strip, your door handle, your speakers, automatic up and down window. Let's see how far the window goes down. Okay, it goes all the way. Miscellaneous storage space down there as well. This is what your rear seats look like. Boom, boom, boom. if I pressed on this right here, that is going to fold my second row seats down. You can see flat fold storage space there. And then folding these back up, you get a center fold down arm. I'm just going to put that all the way back there. And now let's see what kind of space we got back here. Also want to recline these seats. Opening this up, you get 2 cup holders there. And if you saw, I pulled on this. This is to recline your seat. So now I'm in the full recline position. It's very, very comfortable. I am adjusted behind myself. Plenty of leg room and knee room. Seat back pocket behind the driver's seat. Here's another view of my knee and my leg room here. Up top here, OPU panel, spot you can set your dry cleaning and a dome light. You get your HVAC vents back here. This is a tri-zone climate control vehicle, and this is what your climate control system looks like back here. 2 USB-C ports down there, a spot you can set your phone while the USB-C ports are charging it. You can get heated rear seats back here for $500, but you also do have to get the premium package. It's just an additional $500 on top of the premium package for the heated rear seats. And then same stuff on that side as well. This is the view from my eyesight. Again, 5'9", plenty of headroom, not even close. I also am reclined though, but if I bring these back up to its normal position, still tons of headroom. Not even question of how much headroom I have. But really, that's kind of about it for what we got going on here in the interior. So, you know, we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, and now we've talked about what's going on here in the interior of the X3 M40i. So I want to see what this thing's like to drive, as I know you guys want to see what this thing's like to drive. So I'll see you in the driver's seat. All right, and now on to the driving portion of the review, where I love driving this thing. It drives so well, it's so quick, and it's just overall just a great vehicle. We go over these speed bumps at 5 miles an hour, and then I rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. So we're gonna see how well this does. So far, so good. Very, very quick, very, very torquey motor. We go 5 miles an hour. This thing's gonna get an 8.1 on a scale of 1 to 10. It does very well over those speed bumps. Now, body roll test. There's no body roll. I mean, there is a little bit of body roll, but not much. Nothing to write home about, I can tell you that. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull out onto this road. I'm gonna put it in a sport mode, then manual mode. Now we are in manual mode, and we're gonna do a little acceleration here. This thing is so fast, and honestly, I just got out of doing a video with a X3 M40i, and this is like more fun. And the reason being is it's more tossable, it's more eager to want to go than the X5 was. It's lighter, and it's more of like a driver's SUV than the X5 is. The X3 M40i is more of a cruiser that's fast as heck, that is very comfortable, but it's more for executives. I'm not saying that this isn't for executives. This can definitely be an executive's car, but this is more for the executive that's a car enthusiast. And I would say that the X3 M40i is more for the executive that wants something that's just really fast, but also looks good, and has a little bit of, you know, presence to it as well. Not saying that this doesn't have the presence, but I would say that the X5 has a little bit more presence than this. It's wider, it's got way thicker tires. Listen. But there's just something about this that is just more playful. You know what I'm saying? It's just more playful. And I almost prefer the sound of this to the 4.4 liter V8 that you get in the X5. I think it's just more rev happy. I love the way that it sounds, I really do. And we got a family friend who's got an X3 M competition, and I've driven that extensively. That was actually one of the first vehicles I did a review with. You can check that out on my channel. You can go way back. It's a 2020 X3 M competition, and that was one of my first introductions into BMW M cars. Actually, the first one was a stick F80 M3, and I wasn't really a fan of that, but then I drove the X3 M competition, and I was like, it makes sense. It's the ultimate driving machine, and it just pulls and pulls and pulls. This isn't quite as fast as that, obviously, but this is still very, very quick. Now I'm gonna put it back into comfort mode and take a listen to what it sounds like going over these bridge joints at about 50. It quiets down tremendously when you put it into comfort mode, but comfort mode's boring. We want to be in sport mode, right? At least I do. So I'm gonna go into sport manual. The shifts on this, it shifts very hard. It is very, very quick and very fun to drive. And I mean, I don't have even 70K to buy a car, but this is definitely more fun, in my opinion, driving experience wise, than the X5 M60 was. And that was still a ton of fun to drive, but this one's just got character that just speaks to me more, that it's just more fun. I don't know if that makes any sense, but this one's just a little bit more fun to drive. It feels just a little bit snappier, and I think it is. It also feels like it shifts a lot harder than the M60 did. This thing, okay, so what I said in the video I did with the M60, I'm like, I want to take this home, I don't want to give it back. But truth be told, I don't want to give this one back. And I like this because I think this is more suited for somebody of my age who's got a little bit of money. Unfortunately, I don't have a little bit of money, but if I did, I'd be more likely to buy this than the X5 M60, even if I had the money to buy the X5 M60. And if I had the money to buy the X5 M60, I'd just go out and buy an X3 M competition. You know what I mean? It's just more fun for me. I like the size of the X3 better, and I don't need an X5. I don't need something that big. So this, and I know I'm comparing apples to oranges here, but I'm just saying the X5 M60 because that's literally what I just got out of doing a video with. So it's just the easiest thing to compare this to. And there's nothing really to compare this with an Audi, because there's the SQ5, but there's nothing like at the M40 level, you know what I mean? Like the SQ5 is more matched to like the X3 M competition. Now I'm gonna do a little acceleration here again, because why not? What an amazing sounding vehicle, man. Oh my gosh, this thing sounds so good. And its paddle shifter response is great. Sound system is great. It's just a blast to drive. It's very comfortable when you want it to be, but it's also sporty when you want it to be, so it can do everything. It's just an overall very fun vehicle, and I would definitely buy one if I was in the position to buy one. But that's it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm on my journey to 100,000 subscribers, and I cannot get there without your support, and I cannot do videos with cool cars like these without your support either. You know, the more following that I have, the more pull, I guess you could say, with people and dealerships and manufacturers, and they're gonna let me do cooler cars, you know, the more followers and stuff that I have. So please help me get to my goal of 100,000 subscribers. I would really, really appreciate it, truthfully, from the bottom of my heart. But again, that's it for today's video. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.